Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you for tuning in to my 2,734th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, yes, there's a lot of risk in this game, so never trade without putting your stops in. Put them in first. Know this. There's also another thing about who you should and shouldn't follow out there on the internet, and you shouldn't follow almost anybody. Let me explain. Me, I don't like to fight with any of you cats on the internet. If you got something to say to me, big deal. I'll try to explain it back in technical format, what I'm seeing, and I'm not into the bashing stuff. But let me see if I can explain something to you. A few days back, a bunch of X or Twitter fans asked me to do a video. I said yes, and I did a video, and I showed a whole bunch of charts, and in that video, so I, of course, every chart that they asked me to do, I did for them, did some hardcore analysis, and your replies were fantastic, and I thank you so much for looking at the analysis. I'll be more than happy to do more analysis for you. One of the replies, however, came from somebody, and I wasn't even going to say anything, but the more I thought about it today, the more I said, I need to address this. Let me explain who people are out there on the internet. There are so many wannabe analysts out there. Me, 43 years experience, grew up on the trading floor, started with point and figure charts, took the exchanges, showed them how to get point and figure onto computers, then showed them how to get analysis on the computers, then onto the internet. I am Wall Street, right? I've got my credentials. You guys have seen years and years of great calls. Get this. OMNI S&P posted its all-time highs on April 1st. All-time high it's ever traded was 53.33.5, right? April 1st. On April 2nd, Oscar came out with a video. I posted a video titled, "To All Traders, High Alert." Okay, that was on the 2nd, 4/2. This exact sentence was on the board. In fact, I never erased it. If you look at the video, which I will post under this video, I'll post that video in its entirety from 4/2. The landscape is quickly shifting to more bearish conditions in OMNI, S&P, NASDAQ, Russell, Dow Jones. The highest high ever put in the S&P was on the 1st. On the 2nd, my OMNI shifts gears and says, for me to tell you, we've got a bearish landscape. So, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not going to tell you his Twitter handle, but I will tell you this. This wannabe analyst should go by the name of @BangoWrongTrader. And here's why. This guy has the goal. He's got like 4,000 followers. He's got the goal to say something like this about me. You could have chose any analyst out there and maybe been right. You chose me. You got to hear about it. He says, Oscar's analysis is Stone Age. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Follow me. I've got futuristic analysis. So let's see exactly what that means. See this chart? The highest high ever put in was here. That's April 1st. April 2nd, I posted a video. You all have seen it. If not, you'll see it by clicking the link below. And it states, uh-oh, we're in trouble. Mr. Numbnuts, 8 days later, he still hasn't acknowledged. He hasn't even acknowledged that we're having a down move yet. So I have to ask you, whose analysis should we be following? The OMNI who told you the night before it was going to go and then it happened? Or should we be following this futuristic analysis of BangoWrongTrader? What's wrong with you kids out there? Why don't you just learn from me? Come on. Listen, stay in your weight class. Find a 16-year-old high school kid just learning analysis. Challenge him. Why wouldn't you just work with me instead? Why challenge me? I had to call you out on that because your futuristic analysis is telling your followers 8 days after the move that it might happen. The OMNI told you before it happened. My question to you tonight, traders out there, is this. If you are a day trader and you need to know what's going to happen, who should we be following? I have to rub this in your face, dude. Why would you choose me? A, should we be following BangoWrongTrader who gives you some move 8 days after it happened? Or B, should we be following the OMNI that told you what would happen before it happened? Please answer below, A or B. All I'm trying to do really is help you. You know why? Because if you've got 4,000 followers and you're telling them a guy like me isn't good, I mean, come on, why don't you just learn from me instead, dude? What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you kids out there? I am the best at this. Why don't you just learn from me instead of bash me? 8 days later? Wow. Anyway, if you guys following him, I feel bad, but whatever. He's got his followers. Anyway, hey, don't call me out. I won't call you out. Now let's move forward. Sorry about that, guys, but it was kind of ugly, and there's no reason for that. I help people all over the world. They do this for free. Work with me instead. I offer you an olive branch. Let's move forward. This video, April 4th, well, 4th month is April 11, 2024. That's what this video is for. Number one stays on the board. The landscape is quickly shifting to more bearish conditions. Even the S&P, NASDAQ, Russell, Dow Jones. That is absolute. I told you that on the 2nd of this month. Here we are on the 11th, and it's happening. Number two, the market has more downside room to go. I promise you it does. Number three, Bitcoin is holding its own and going up, while the S&P and NASDAQ and stock markets having a pullback. That's different, kids. Usually they ride together. Interesting, and that's also part of the analysis that I put in that video for you X-fans. I told you this one's going up, this one's going down, gold was going up. We nailed it all. I even gave you a great yen trade. Knock, knock, knock. So once again, follow me instead. Dude, I can help you. Don't bash. Be a friend. Anyway, everything in that video worked out so far, kids, but here's something better than that. This Saturday, today is Wednesday, right? Wednesday, you're going to see this video for Thursday. This Saturday, I'm doing a free live webinar. All you have to do is click the link below. There'll be 2 links below. One for the video to show you on the 2nd. That Omni's no joke. Omni knows what's going on. And there'll be another link so you can join me at my free webinar. And what I'm going to show you in the video tonight is baby food. I'm going to show you great stuff on Saturday. So you see the Omni knows what it's talking about, right? Omni does really well. Don't listen to crackpots on the internet. Come see me. I will show you what's going on. Make sure you click the link. Join my free webinar. That happens on this Saturday. While we're speaking about stuff, I've got an Omni camp where you come out to Vegas for 4 days and learn my craft in my home office. But there's one happening in 15 days. Time is ticking. It's almost too soon for you to come out. You've got to call me now, 702-629-4755, because Omni camp is the 25th of this month. You want to come out? Get in touch with me or go to OMNIBootcamp.com. But your moment is happening because this Omni camp's going to happen with or without you. Make sure you contact me. Hopefully you'll join me at camp. So I've got great charts to show you about the landscape shifting. The market has more room. Bitcoin still looks good. A couple of other charts. I can't wait to show them to you. In fact, I'm going to show them to you right now. So let me remind you of something. If you are a trader, make sure you do proper analysis first, not 8 days later. And make sure that you keep your emotions out of your trading decisions. You need to plan a trade and trade that plan professionally, the same way every day. Do not deviate. If you don't know how to do that, you need OmniCamp. Make sure you contact me. Go to OmniBootCamp.com now. Fill out that application, and I'll personally call you and qualify you for a seat. Remember, when you're in a trade, your stop goes in first. Then you grab your hands and go like this. You don't hit the keyboard. And you say this to yourselves over and over again to help keep you out of trouble. And when we're done with this, we'll look at some great charts. Are you with me? 1, 2, 3. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll traders, now let's go look at some charts. K-Traders, the E-mini S&P daily bar chart, riding this average beautifully. It makes it to the all-time high, never seen before, on April 1st, and that was the price of 53.33.5. The very next day, I put out a video to say I don't like this anymore, and it looks like we are going to start head down. Bearish conditions ensue. This is what's happened since. How about that, huh? How about that? Now, again, for anybody on the internet that tells me I'm Stone Age, I knew it was happening here. You haven't even noticed it here yet. Come on, Stone Age boy, what's wrong with you? Anyhow, learn analysis, kid. I'll teach it to you if you don't know what you're doing. Next, Dow Jones. Look what's happened since the Dow Jones. Poof, poof, just fell apart. And if you remember, I've shown you this in video after video, and I said this is simple, but it's powerful. From here, it hits there, drops to here, hits there, holds, 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 hits there, dropping and breaking here is different. Breaks the bottom, so I showed you that in every video, and look what's happened since. Now we're in a little bit of a tailspin. I told you we expected a pullback on April 2nd. We are getting our pullback. So the OMNI told me to tell you, I've got no crystal ball. The OMNI is just good at what it does. NASDAQ daily bar. Remember, I've been showing this to you for a long time, how it holds the average, holds the average, holds the average. Well, it broke the average. There's a secondary channel in here. It broke that, and now it's broken the major channel, and it's below the average, and it's still looking lower. And anyone who doesn't see that is not paying attention. That does not look bullish at the moment. Next, Japanese yen. In the video I did for X, I mentioned, listen, someone said to me, the yen looks like a good place to buy. And I said, buy? Let me teach you a little technique called knock, knock, knock. Yen will go down. Well, this is what the yen has done. Just like we expected. After the knocks, comes down to try to take out the stops. So, very good analysis, right? We told you about that a week before it happened. Analysis never lies if in the right hands, kids. If the right person's reading charts, they are so truthful. Next is Bitcoin. Now, here's what's interesting. Told you about the signal a couple days ago that Bitcoin's getting bullish. It's going up while the stock market is going down. Now, that's not usual. Lately, we've seen if stocks go down, Bitcoin goes down, they sort of stay the same. You got Bitcoin diverging. It's going up while the stock market is going down. That's different, right? Bitcoin up, stock market down. We don't usually see that, but hey, Bitcoin now has a lot of Wall Street in it. Let's see what it wants to do. Traders, make sure you join me at livewithoscar.com. It's absolutely free. Please like, share, and promote these videos all over the internet. Thank you so much.